Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is LB the Realist, and this is Surrealistic Studios Surreal News, where the real is surreal. Booyah. All right, I got through it without mumbling. Cool. So, I wanted to give an update for you guys. I got a article that was sent to me by one of my amazing subscribers, listeners, supporters, and patrons. Andrew, good looking. I appreciate it. And he sent me this update about Julian Assange and his situation. So I wanted to go ahead and cover that for you guys, just in case you didn't hear it anywhere else. Now, this was just yesterday, the 29th of May, 2019, at 2:30 p.m. WikiLeaks has grave concerns about the state of health of our publisher, Julian Assange, who has been moved to the health ward of Belmarsh Prison. And you can see the full statement. WikiLeaks has grave concerns about the state of health of our publisher, Julian Assange, who has been moved to the health ward of Belmarsh Prison. Mr. Assange's health has already significantly deteriorated after 7 years inside the Ecuadorian embassy, under conditions that were incompatible with basic human rights. The United Nations twice found him to have been arbitrarily detained and called on the United Kingdom to honor his commitments under international law and free him. The UK's refusal to abide by UN rulings and its subsequent treatment of Mr. Assange since his arrest presents serious questions about the UK's standing as a human rights abiding nation. In his last year in the embassy, as the U.S. finalized its extraditions plans, Julian Assange was, at the bequest of U.S. authorities, totally isolated and gagged, a situation designed to make his life as hard as possible. During the 7 weeks in Belmarsh, his health has continued to deteriorate, and he has dramatically lost weight. The decision of prison authorities to move him to the health ward speaks for itself. We strongly condemn the refusal by the Swedish court to postpone a hearing on June 3rd on the basis of Assange's health condition. Defense lawyer for Assange, Per Samuelson, said that Julian Assange's health state last Friday was such that it was not possible to conduct a normal conversation with him. Tomorrow, May 30th, which is today of this recording, there is a formal hearing in the Westminster Court on the extradition request by the Trump administration. The initial U.S. warrant has been expanded to include a life sentence or potential death penalty under the Espionage Act, announced last week in the superseding indictment, which disclosed 17 additional charges, bringing the potential sentence to 175 years in prison. The indictments have been widely condemned by free press organizations as the most serious attack against publishing activities in modern times. The Trump administration, in essence, criminalizes the very act of journalism. The indictment utilizes the archaic Espionage Act of 1917 to indict a publisher for the first time in history, in an unprecedented escalation of the Trump administration's war on the free press. And this is from Christian Hansen. I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry. WikiLeaks editor-in-chief. Julian's case is of major historic significance. It will be remembered as the worst attack on press freedom in our lifetime. The people need to voice their condemnation. It is their politicians, their courts, their police, and their prisons that are being abused in order to leave this black stain on history. Please act now to avert this shame. And I'm going to like that tweet. That was a tweet from WikiLeaks. So leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. It's getting, just have no words for this at this time. We got to act. We got to tweet about this. We got to hashtag this. We got to share this. We have to make it known that, this can't happen. He's already losing. They say he lost a bunch of weight. They can't even have a normal conversation with him. Like, what are they doing to this man? What are they doing? Like, it's really sad what's going on, people. Really, really sad what's going on. Today is the day they're having a hearing for extradition to the U.S., where they want to give him 175 years in prison for doing journalism, for exposing the truth. Mind you, this is the first time this has ever been done in history. So nobody that actually did the crimes is suffering any consequences, but the person who exposed the crimes, the people that exposed the crimes, are currently in jail or in prison right now. This is our country. This is our country. And at least Obama, at least that administration didn't want to take it that far. Even though he did jail more whistleblowers than any other president, I believe. But wow. Just wow, people. So there it is. There it is. I'm not gonna make this one too long. You guys heard it. Yeah. So read about it, tweet about it, write about it, fight about it. We gotta keep up the conversation, keep making this known, and just do your part in your way, in your own little way, and stand up for truth and justice. Stand up for what's right. Stand up for people's freedoms. No matter who they are, what skin color they have, what religion they come from, background. Truth and justice is truth and justice, and right is right, and wrong is just wrong. And this is just fucking wrong. All right, people. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Love, light, and peace. Keep spreading that enlightenment. Keep fighting. And until next time, I'm out. All right, so quick update. I just checked right now. Julian Assange is actually too ill to even appear on video. So this is from Reuters. They just published this a few hours ago. WikiLeaks found that Julian Assange was too ill on Thursday, which is today, to appear via video link from a British prison in a hearing on an extradition request from the United States, his lawyer said. The United States is seeking the extradition of Assange, 47, who was dragged from the Ecuadorian embassy in London on April 11th. He faces a total of 18 U.S. criminal counts and decades in prison if convicted. 175 years. He's in fact far from well, Assange's lawyer, Gareth Pierce, told Westminster Magistrates Court. She earlier told Reuters he was too ill to attend the hearing by video link. Judge Emma Arbuthnot, who was presiding over the case, added he's not very well. So even the judge can see that he's not doing well. WikiLeaks said it had grave concerns about Assange's health and that he had been moved to a health ward at London's Belmarsh High Security Prison. During the 7 weeks in Belmarsh, his health has continued to deteriorate and he has dramatically lost weight. Dramatically. It added in a statement, the decision of prison authorities to move him to the health ward speaks for itself. Yes, it does. Even the judge said he's not doing very well. Britain's Ministry of Justice said it could not comment on individual prisoners. However, a government source said that although Assange was on the prison's health wing, he was eating normally and he was receiving the same diet as other inmates, which is okay. Is that saying a lot? The next hearing on the extradition request was set for June 12th. Assange, who spent almost 7 years holed up in cramped rooms at the Ecuadorian embassy in London, has repeatedly said he fears extradition to the United States. His admirers hail him as a all right, this is where it gets weird. His admirers hail him as a hero for exposing what they describe as an abuse of power by modern states and for championing free speech. Wow. Okay. His detractors paint him as a dangerous figure, complicit in Russian efforts to undermine the West and U.S. security, and dispute that he is a journalist. His detractors, that's what they say. So they're playing the middle road here. Earlier this month, he was sentenced to 50 weeks in prison by a British court for skipping bail after fleeing to the Ecuadorian embassy. The United States has charged Assange with espionage, saying he unlawfully published the names of classified sources and conspired with and assisted ex-Army intelligence analyst Chelsea Manning in obtaining access to classified information. The U.S. Justice Department has said that by publishing their identities, he jeopardizes the lives of sources that includes Afghans, Iraqis, journalists, religious leaders, human rights advocates, political dissidents from repressive regimes. Get the fuck out of here. WikiLeaks angered Washington by publishing hundreds of thousands of secret U.S. diplomatic cables that laid bare critical U.S. appraisals of world leaders, from Russian President Vladimir Putin to members of the Saudi royal family. Assange made international headlines in 2010 when WikiLeaks published a classified U.S. military video showing a 2007 attack by Apache helicopters in Baghdad that killed a dozen people, including 2 Reuters news staff. And you think you care a little bit more about what the fuck is going on with WikiLeaks, Julian Assange, and Chelsea Manning, but no! We gotta play the middle road. Fuck off. Okay, that's just a little update of what's going on. He was too ill to appear on a video. Let me know what you guys have to say about this in the comment section below. Like this video if you like, share it, and subscribe, people. All right, I'm out.